everybody! So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make your own whipped body butters. Now I'm using shea butter. I know that there is a lot of tutorials out there on how to make your own whipped shea butter. This is one of my favorite variations and it is like a vanilla coconut flavored one. So let's start off with what you're going to need. Alright, so here is what you're going to need. You're going to need a bowl to mix everything together in. You're going to need a pot so that you can, heat some things up. You're going to need coconut oil. You could use olive oil if you want, but I prefer coconut. You're going to need some vanilla powder. Now this is going to be kind of the fun ingredient. It's optional, but really fun one. And then you're going to need shea butter, and all of the measurements will be on my blog. The link will be in the description box. And then you're going to need an electric mixer. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our pot and we're going to fill it up, not all the way with water. You're only going to want to put enough water in. Well, I'll show you guys how much you're gonna need. Okay, so as you guys can see, I have my pot filled up, not very far with water. It's just enough to make it so that the jar can sit in there. You don't want the jar to start floating or anything. So yeah, you're just gonna want to do that because we're not going to be actually directly putting the shea butter on the heat. We don't really want that because it's going to take away a lot of the nutrients. So we're going to be doing something called, I can't remember what it's called. It's like double heating or double boiling. I'm not really sure. So yeah, but that's what you're going to do. I will show you guys your next step once I get my water pretty hot. All right, so now that that's pretty steaming hot, I'm going to go ahead and add my shea butter into this jar. And then you're also going to want to add your coconut oil as well. Alright, and then all you have to do is wait until it's fully melted. You want to just kind of leave it there on kind of a medium to low heat, just for everything to melt. Alright, so now that it is fully melted, I'm going to go ahead and add the mixture to my mixing bowl. There we go. There's a little something in there that I don't want in there. Okay. So as you guys can see, it's a very, very thin oil consistency now. It's not as thick as it was before. So one thing that I actually did forget to mention that you're going to need is you're either going to need vanilla extract or you're going to need some vanilla essential oil of some kind. And you're going to add this at this point. So now that you've added that, you're just going to kind of give it a little swirl around. And now what you're going to do is you are actually going to put it in the freezer for a little while until it gets a little bit more hardened again, and that'll make it easier to work with and whip. Okay, so the mixture has been in the freezer for about 10 minutes, and here's what it looks like. Gotten a lot more solid. I'll kind of show you guys the consistency with a spoon. So yeah, it's definitely solidified quite a bit since. So now we're just going to start the whipping process. So here we go. So now that that's all done, now we're just going to go ahead and put it in a jar. As you guys can see, I've already made some, and this is what it looks like after a couple days. So I'm just going to go ahead and add this to the jar. Unfortunately, when you package it, it's not going to stay as nice and whipped looking, but the consistency will be a lot nicer than just the consistency of the shea butter. Not to mention the fact that it's going to smell better and be even more beneficial to the skin. Alright you guys, so there is our finished body butter. Here is what it looks like inside the jar. This is something great to use to prevent stretch marks. This is something really great to use to help heal stretch marks. It's great for your hair. You could use it on your baby for diaper rash. This is really good for babies' bums. So, you can do a lot of different things with this, and you guys can add your own, flavors. We'll go ahead and really quickly show you guys the consistency of it. So here's what it looks like when it comes out onto my finger. And then here's what it looks like when I blend it in. So it's so nice and so soft. I love it. It's a really good consistency. It's a lot better than using the shea butter like on its own. I feel like the shea butter on its own is kind of sticky in a way. Like it just doesn't blend as nicely as you guys just saw this one blend. So it'll be a lot easier to use like all over the place as opposed to, just really having to try to work it in there. So yeah, that's just kind of a quick and easy way to do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!